Hello folks and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party and let's play the Stanley Parable. Let's go ahead and begin. Is it me or every time I say parable I want to say parable. I want to add a little extra oomph to the word parable. But yeah, obviously there's been a lot of hype about this game. Picked it up on Steam sale, wanted to see what the hype is all about. I think I saw part of this being played when it was just a mod on Gary's mod or something. So I think I understand a very, very basic, or have a basic understanding of what the premise is. But I'm very interested in playing this. Somebody was saying I could beat it in like 14, 15 minutes. I don't know how true that is. I tend to take my time, as many of you know, and look around, try to find hidden objects. So we'll see if that works. Or if that is the case here. I'm definitely not going to be speeding through it. Takes quite a while to load though, holy hell. I noticed that before I didn't play, I kind of loaded into the game before just to make sure it recorded okay. Now I'm just killing dead air because wow, this loading time is insane. This is the game. See if you're patient enough. Oh.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Ah, well done.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happen, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Did he now? Let's take a look around. Okay, control is crouch. Left click, right click. Doesn't seem to do anything yet. They might. Wow, these old school electrical pencil sharpeners. People still use pencils these days? My god. I guess in school, but if you're in school, you should be using mechanical pencils, man. Even when I was in school, mechanical pencils were the thing. Okay, I'm trying like right click to zoom. Alt space can't jump. Something Mondays? Oh, I hate Mondays. Don't we all? Actually, I guess current situation being what it is, I don't really hate Mondays any more than any other day. Wait, okay, left click is use. Okay, whoop. No, I've locked myself out of my own office. Guys, again, embarrassing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did you get the memo? Can't open the
No
file.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
432. He had a pretty simple job. Looks like he just sharpened pencils all day. Who farted? Wow. Nice. Classy office. 434. Ugh. Even just looking at this oppressive work environment. Oh, hey. Turn that off. And I can't turn it back on again. Sorry. Man, you are just a screw up here, aren't you, Stanley? I want to make copies. Making copies. Robberino, the Robmeister. But yeah, just looking at this oppressive looking office gives me shivers.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
You trying to say something? Because I'm running around left-clicking on everything. Don't you dare close. I like that pretty... There's always pictures in the office. Like, places you'd rather be than here. Turn everybody's computer off. Hope you saved. Hope you saved before you left. I could zoom in. I want to see what that stuff says. 26, 425. My 420 brothers, if you know what I mean. Holla. No, not really. Please don't holler at me. Be my Valentine? Who would drink from a mug year round that says "Be my Valentine"? That's kind of sad. That's a little sadder. Oh, hello. That's a little sadder than the "Who farted" mug. 420.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Hey, shut up. Look, you never know. You might have one door that works, asshole. I do like how it's picking up on things that I'm doing and commenting on it. Damn it. Don't have any trust. See if I could get up on the roof. I could avoid the incoming aliens / zombies / military forces that are going to kill us all, obviously. Look in the office. Damn it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Maybe I'll not do door on the left. Maybe I'll play with the filing cabinets. What do you think about that mess? Maybe I'll read this documentation. That's what this LP is going to be about. Reading the documentation. Recommendation for the Oversight Committee. See, I can't read anything else. A little too small. Nope. Just, oh, I can't. The door is locked open. Now that's impressive. So, do we do what the voice says and we go to the left, or do we go to the right? Now, obviously, Stanley, without question, deep down is a rebel. So we're going in the right door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Maybe I did. You don't know me. Voice in my head. You know nothing about me other than my name is Stanley and which doors I'm going in. Reminds me of the Will Ferrell movie Stranger Than Fiction, where Will Ferrell hears the author's voice is writing about, or the author is writing about him, and he hears it in his head, but it's like real life. Good movie, by the way.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Speaking of drinking. What? Bullshit. Come on. I thought this was next gen. I can't get free drinks.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I know. It's why I'm still here, you dick. I want to see what this is. The legal pad.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
No, they did not. Everyone loves Stanley, you asshole. You're jealous as hell. Stanley's the office
Stanley
clown.
sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Hey, it's a handwritten letter. Journal of Extended Exposure to Lounge? What? Journal of Extended Exposure to Lounge. Day 41. I'm not going to read this whole thing, by the way. I know some of you are cringing. What is it about this place? Is something I don't know. Anyway, basically somebody else spent a lot of time here. See, this is very alluring. I like the color scheme, actually. I like the blue with the lighter blue walls. Very nice. So fuck off.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
The first open door on my left. Well, you know what Stanley would do. Close that door if it wasn't locked open. He's gonna go straight ahead.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I can do that one thing very, 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 very well. Everything else, he has some problems with. I wish I could zoom. I want to read everything. I know. And by the way, part of what I'm doing here, if you haven't picked up on it yet, I'm purposely looking around, partially to see what the narrator says, because obviously you will say things if you just stand around like a dumbass and look at things and click things. So I want to explore this game and see all the nuances, not just run to the end. Caution, do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Well, technically I'm reading a sign. So, no, I'm not lying. Can I close this? No. Oh, close itself. Stanley, what the hell's going on, man? We've ended up in the loading docks. I don't think they like your kind here. They don't like the office people in the loading dock area. What's this thing? Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, 5,000. Oh yeah? Fuck you.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, do you get to do that all over again now? Oh, no. Oh, okay, we just, all right.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others.
Oh.
So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
That's not true at all.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. We'll get back. We missed. And I actually did change.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
But,
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Well, I don't think, Damn. Alright, won't move. Alright, who is it? Who is it that I need to let back in my life? Well, it's gonna make me go to this door. Wait, what does this say? Contain something? Shit. Damn it. Why is everything blocked to me? Stanley. By the way, how was I supposed to redeem myself? There's only one way I can go. It seems like we're getting further and further from the meeting room. Oh, hello.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
What's this? Can I unplug it?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make?
Awesome.
Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
What? Okay. Man, it's making my hard drive scream. You can do this.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
No. What's funny is, like, when he pointed out how small we are, given the vastness of space. I've actually put things into that perspective before. Is that wrong of me? Can I close this door? What does this say? Please? What? Please? No. Please. I'm begging. Stop, 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 stop. More charts. Oh, God, no. Not more. Can I pick up the phone now? Oh. It's unplugged. And now there's nothing to plug it into. Oh, no, they're still there. They're just incredibly bright. All right, fine. I'll leave. I'm guessing stuff might happen if you stay there long enough. But that's not very interesting, is it? I don't think you want to watch me just standing there. Doors closing. So I guess we're going to go back and supposedly make the correct choice.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Damn fences everywhere. Stopping me from jumping to my death. This is bullshit. I'm an American, damn it. If I want to jump to my death, it's my right. George Washington died on the cross so that I could commit suicide. Thought I actually closed. Fine. Still checking all the doors. Let me go back. Wait, is that one? Okay, that one door is closed.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Oh, thank God.